Crime in the Santa Clarita Valley is on the rise. Hello, I'm Ryan Haslam with your SCV NewsBreak for Tuesday, April 10th. Major crime across the Santa Clarita Valley is up almost 10% so far in 2012 compared to the same period in 2011. And that's according to data released Tuesday by the Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department. Violent crime in the SCV is rising even faster. It rose over 26% during the first quarter of 2012 compared to 2011. In a related story, the Santa Clarita Valley got more than its fair share of early releases of state prisoners under Governor Jerry Brown's realignment plan. Under the plan, the SCV was slated to receive 6% of the state's early releases, even though the SCV only has 0.6% of the state's population. Countywide, major crime rose over 5% so far in 2012, but unlike the SCV, the biggest increases came in property crimes rather than violent crime. Property crimes were up 6% across the county, led by burglary and arson, while violent crime rose just under 1% countywide. Detectives from Sheriff's Major Crimes Bureau served warrants at 3 clinic locations in the SCV that served as what they call pill mills. Those are places that dispense prescription drugs like oxycodone to drug dealers on the streets. The warrants were served, but they missed the 3 doctors who had pre-signed the prescriptions. One location was dispensing prescriptions signed by a doctor who died in January. The tip-off came from a drug ring busted in February when Michael Liada and 12 accomplices were arrested near Valencia High School. Coming up, local PTA parents voice their opinions on a new state initiative.
This SCV Newsbreak is brought to you in part by Frontier Toyota.
The numbers tell the story. Toyota is the most fuel-efficient, full-line automotive manufacturer, with more hybrids on the road than all other automakers combined. It's MPG made easy.
We make it easy on you.
See your Southern California Toyota dealer.
Mr. Cool, baby, and you know I'm Mr. Cool. I'm Mr. Cool, and you know I'm Mr. Cool. I'm Mr. Cool, you know I'm Mr. Cool. I'm Mr. Cool, baby, cause I'm Mr. Cool. Do, 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 do.
The millionaire daughter of Warren Buffett's vice president, Charles Munger, was in Santa Clarita Tuesday to stump for her ballot measure. Civil rights attorney Molly Munger spoke at the 34th District PTA meeting in Santa Clarita about her tax-raising initiative to fund schools. The initiative has been called Our Children, Our Future. Munger says people already know they should support their schools.
They know they should support their schools. My Republican father, being presented with this idea, said, you know, Molly, I've never voted against any school bond or any proposal to fund the schools in my life, and I'm not going to oppose this either. And that's really how most people in California think.
Our Children, Our Future is supported by the PTA but faces a competing initiative by Governor Jerry Brown, which also raises taxes. Well, after spending a year serving with the Naval Reserve in Afghanistan, Castaic Area Assemblyman Jeff Gorell has returned home safe and, of course, went right back to work in Sacramento. His first day on the assembly floor was Monday. Gorell's staff kept him apprised of current issues facing the state and helped author legislation from afar, with colleagues introducing bills on his behalf. Gorell currently holds the rank of lieutenant commander with the Navy Reserve as an intelligence officer and had previously served a tour of duty in Afghanistan shortly after the events of 9/11. And now for the weather. We had sunny skies and warm temperatures today as we prepare for 2 spring storm systems that are on course to bring cool temperatures and rain to our region. We had a high of 70 degrees today in the Santa Clarita Valley, 70 degrees in the San Fernando Valley, and only 60 degrees in Ventura County. Clouds will build up overnight, yielding to rain overnight and throughout Wednesday into Thursday morning. Sunny skies will return briefly Thursday, but rain will prevail Friday and throughout most of the weekend. We now have Dave Caldwell here to give us the latest on a sports update. Dave, what's going on locally?
Thanks, Ryan. The 2012 Girls Footy League softball season got underway today, and the big game was at West Ranch, where perennial power Valencia took on the Wildcats, who earlier in the season had cracked the Division I top 10. Christina Brackpole got things going in the bottom of the first inning with this solo home run over the left field fence. Later in the sixth inning, and Valencia still clinging to that 1-0 lead, the Vikings broke it open. Freshman Nicole Joseph doubled off the left field fence, scoring Chelsea Dolan. Sarah Solano then stepped up and singled, driving in Joseph. Then it was Emma Stone's turn, who doubled to left, moving Solano to third. Erica Torres came on as a pinch hitter and singled to right, scoring Solano. The Vikings plated 3 in the sixth inning, but the one who had control of the game throughout was Valencia's senior pitcher, Carly Mortensen, who struck out 11, walked just 1, and scattered 5 hits, pitching a complete game. The Vikings shut out the Wildcats 4-0. Canyon defeated Golden Valley 13-2, and Saugus and Hart square off under the lights tonight at the Hart Complex. And that is our look at sports.
Thanks, Dave. The funeral for fallen fire captain David Bailey is scheduled Wednesday morning at Grace Baptist Church in Valencia, followed by a burial at Eternal Valley Memorial Park. Late morning and midday traffic may be affected by the funeral procession, which will begin crossing town at approximately 11:45. Bailey, an 18-year veteran of the LA County Fire Department, was assigned to the hazmat unit at Station 76. He died unexpectedly April 3rd while exercising at a local fire camp. The Seroptimus International of Greater Santa Clarita Valley presented a check for $5,000 to the Zoe Children's Homes organization Tuesday afternoon for its efforts to combat human trafficking.
We'll go into the very poor hill tribes of Thailand where children are very vulnerable, and we'll educate the people on human trafficking and how their children are tricked and being trapped, and educating them. And from there we find children who are at risk, and we'll bring them into our home and care for them.
Zoe was a great organization to become involved in because they're dedicated to saving girls and children who have been trafficked or in danger of being trafficked. So we're thrilled today because we have the executive director from Zoe and the founder of Zoe here to talk to us about what's their efforts internationally as well as locally.
According to officials from the foundation, human trafficking is the third largest source of revenue for organized crime worldwide. Statistics show that 80% of those who are trafficked are females, and more devastatingly enough, 50% are children. Well, tonight is election night. Be sure to tune into SCV TV at 7:30 for continuing live election coverage. For more Santa Clarita news, log on to hometownstation.com or scvnews.com. Thank you for joining us. I'm Ryan Haslam.
This SCV Newsbreak is brought to you in part by Frontier Toyota.